Now we are ready to start creating our domain model. So let's go back to Visual Studio. Under our models, we're gonna create our product domain, our product class. So I'm gonna add new item. This will be a class, and I'm gonna call this product. The domain model is the main class of our application, the main data point of our application. So I'm gonna create our products, and the class is quite simple. We're gonna have a few properties, and I'm gonna describe briefly each one of them. So we have product ID, which is the identification of the product name, the description, the price, and a category. Very simple, auto-generated properties here for us. Next, we're gonna create the repository, the place that we're gonna be storing the product list, the list of products that we're gonna be showing in our shopping cart. So let's go back to the code, and we're gonna create the repository under models, and we're gonna call this, actually this is an interface. So I'm gonna add new item, and then I can select interface, and I'm gonna call this iProduct repository. And here's why this is an interface, because you're gonna have in the end two types of repositories. You're gonna have a fake type that you're gonna hard code here in our codes to be able to show products initially, but then you're gonna have a second one, which will be the more long-term one, the database driven one. So we're gonna be using an interface to be able to use either the fake repository or the data repository. And we're gonna see that more clearly as we go along, but our interface, it has one property, which is the products that it will be storing. So you're gonna have an iQueryable list of products called products. That's it. Now we're gonna be using iQueryable instead of iEnumerable, because iQueryable is more optimized and it's better used to query the list of our products here. That's why we're using iQueryable instead of iEnumerable. Next, we're going to be creating our fake repository. What do I mean by fake? Well, fake because we are hard coding the items in our repository. And we are doing that just because we want to move quickly and be able to see products in the interface quite quickly instead of waiting for the database work that we have to do at some point in time. So we're going to be using initially a fake repository. Now, our fake repository will be created under models. So we're gonna add a new class. And the class, I'm gonna call it fake product repository. And we have to use the namespace. Actually, we are adding the models namespace, so we don't need to use that. So it will be inheriting from iProduct repository, which we just created. This is the interface. Again, we are implementing that interface. Now, because this interface has an iQueryable products, we have to implement that here in our instance, in our derived class from iProduct repository. So we have to call our products, and this is why this will be a fake one, because we're gonna be hard coding the products. We're gonna say new products, and then we're gonna create each one of the products that we want to add initially. So we have a list here. We add product by product. I'm just gonna give proper indentation here. And then, because we are creating a new list and this is an iQueryable, we have to convert this list to an iQueryable. So we have to say SQueryable, and we have to ensure that the type is set to product. And then, as this is a method, we have to return like that. So again, we are hard coding. That's the reason why we call it fake, because we are hard coding 3 products to return from our fake product repository. And this is how the property gets returned. To finalize this step, we're gonna be now registering the repository service. We're gonna say that whenever the application needs an iProduct repository, it will automatically create a fake product repository. This is called dependency injection. And you're going to be going now to our startup file, to our startup class. We're going to be adding the namespace models at the top. So SportsStore.models. And then we're going to be adding under configure services, we're going to be adding service dot add transient. And what this will do is every time I need an iProduct repository, every time the application needs an iProduct repository, it will automatically create the fake product repository for us. And again, what we're using here, we are using dependency injection. And by the way, this is a method, so it needs to return to have a parenthesis at the end. Next step, we're going to be displaying the list of products.